Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Pleasant Valley, Yukon, one of the many towns that have sprung up in the wake of the Klondike Gold Rush of 1897, a serene sanctuary where prospectors, travelers, and business folk alike can lighten their loads and find a moment of peace from...
What'd you say to me? Oh, Diana!
Excuse me. I said this was a peaceful place.
Hold it!
Thank you.
What in the sandhill is going on in here? I leave the saloon for 2 minutes and this is what I come back to? Clem, what would your mother say? Well, I know what she'd say because she's over here brawling with Gertie. And Henry, I left you in charge. Who started this mess? I should have known. Hey, Red. I said, hey, Red!
Hey, it was a lucky punch.
You've been starting bar fights again?
Why, Miss Patience, why would you think such a thing?
The rest of the saloon told me so.
Bunch of lying no-goodniks, if you ask me.
What was it this time?
They said I couldn't run up Mount Hubbard anymore. They said I was too old.
You are too old.
Red, no one can climb Mount Hubbard. It's a mountain and it's covered in snow and ice.
Just the same, they shouldn't be calling me old.
Well, how old are you?
On my last birthday, I was 74.
Okay, well, if that's not old, it's old enough to know not to be starting fights in my saloon. Go home, Red.
Fine. If I'm not wanted here, I'll take my business elsewhere.
See you tomorrow?
Of course you'll see me tomorrow. There was another saloon in this town. Maybe my threats to leave would mean something.
Maybe. Say hello to Olive for us.
Will do. Good night.
Good night.
I don't know why you put up with old Red Patience.
I don't know why she puts up with you, Clem.
All right, Clem, Josie, that's enough.
No. I want to know. How do you put up with this no-good son of mine?
Ma, that's not fair.
Not fair. I'll tell you what's not fair. Dragging your mother halfway across the country to this frozen wasteland with some harebrained scheme to find a mountain of gold along the Klondike.
It's not a harebrained scheme. It's plenty of folk have found their riches up here.
Have you?
Not yet.
And how about anyone around here?
No.
Exactly.
But I still could.
Well, wouldn't that be a Christmas miracle? I had a good thing going on back in Tulsa. Laid in the can-can every night.
You were a can-can dancer?
Of course. I trained in Paris.
Yeah, Paris, Arkansas.
Sure, but I mean, you're still a can-can dancer?
What are you saying, Henry?
All right, everybody. Now, hey, you two, you are kin. You should be getting along, especially at Christmas time.
I don't see what Christmas has got to do with it, Miss Patience.
It has everything to do with it. Christmas is a time for friendship, for family,
Yeah,
for
said
getting along.
Said like someone who isn't living with her family.
All right, well, surely you can find it in your heart somewhere to, you know. Curtis! How many times have I told you not to practice your shooting here in the saloon?
I'm sorry, Miss P, but one of them fellas insulted my hats, and we got a duel coming up.
You're going to duel over a hat?
It's a matter of honor, Miss P, and I don't like the look on his face.
Curtis, those are not reasons to shoot someone.
Well, it ain't a real duel. It's more like a shooting competition of targets. You know, I've never shot anyone, you know that. But I still gotta keep my reflexes sharp.
Oh, Miss Patience, there you are.
What are you doing here, Gus? You know you're not to be in the saloon.
I know, I just had to find you. My school teacher, Miss Wendy.
I know who Miss Wendy is, Gus.
Right. Well, we were putting on a sort of Christmas thing at the school. And she asked me to recite a poem.
Why does that excuse you coming into my saloon?
I ain't never read in front of people before.
Oh.
And I was hoping you could maybe help me get ready for the reading, I mean.
Gus, I don't know anything about poetry.
I could help you, Gus.
Really?
Sure, I used to love reading poetry back in Ontario. How about we start tomorrow?
That'd be great. Thank you, Miss Naomi.
Of course.
All right, now you better get out of here before your mother catches you in the saloon and she'll get both our hides.
Got it. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Speaking of tomorrow, it's almost closing time, everyone. Tom, will you play us one more song while I clean up?
Of course, Miss P. Well, gang, why don't we do that little number about our fair town, Pleasant Valley?
Some don't always say there is a land as bright and bountiful as I have been to yet, and the folks there are congenial as any I have met. So if it's paradise you're looking for, then there's no safer bet than Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. Ever since them boys struck gold here back in 1896, the treasure seekers have been trudging from the city to the sticks, with dreams of riches in their heads and shovels in their fists. Cause there's a land of opportunity, a chance to strike it rich in Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. Okay. Pleasant Valley. It's a place to ply your trade. Join the pilgrims on parade. If you're poor and penniless, I'm sure there's more to life than this. Brother, there is money to be made. Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. Known thusly for the temperament of all the happy residents who call this little slice of heaven home. They'll help you out, invite you in, they'll treat you just like kith and kin. I'll find a group of folks I ain't never known. And you too can be one of them. Come pledge your flag, come pitch your tent. I guarantee your troubles will be gone in Pleasant Valley. All right now. Pleasant Valley. Where you're sure to find a friend. Pleasant Valley. If not 8 or 9 or 10. If you're way late, you, Brother Dan. It's a wonder to behold. It'll cure what ails your soul. The air is clean, the sun is bright, the pay is good, the work is light. The treasure here of greater worth than gold. Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley.
Hello? Is anybody around? No? Good. I like it when people leave their front doors open. It makes it so much easier to break in. Now, according to this note from Francis, the gold should be somewhere hidden in this building. Probably under one of these loose floorboards here, or maybe in a vault behind one of these pieces of art. Yeah, it's got to be around here somewhere. Let's see here.
We're closed for the night.
Hello. I I didn't see you standing there. How long have you been? Standing there, I mean.
I said we're closed. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But it's been such a long day. You can't spend 5 minutes to ease a man's thirst.
All right, what'll you have?
You got any Georgian eggnog?
Can't say that I do.
Not even in the back?
Not even.
You sure you don't want to head back there for 5 minutes or so and check?
I'm sure.
Water, then.
Big spender.
They say it's good for you.
So they say. Haven't seen you around Pleasant Valley before. You new to town?
Sure am.
You here for the gold?
In a manner of speaking, but no, not really.
Well, you're certainly not here for the nightlife. What brings you to the Yukon?
It's a bit of a personal question now, isn't it?
You're in my saloon.
I figured it's about as far away from New York as I could get.
What's in New York?
A lot of burned bridges and bad memories.
Oh, you'll fit right in here.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
Just wait and see, Mr.
No, Mr. Just Matthias.
All right, Matthias.
Well, thank you for the water, but I best be off. I want to get to the hotel before it closes.
Oh, you can't miss it. It's just down the street and on your right.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. What a strange man.
And so night came upon Pleasant Valley, bringing the peace that the people so desperately needed. Alas, with the morning sun, trouble was already brewing for the poor folks of Pleasant Valley.
Oh, so long ago, in the cold and snow, a young couple came to town for a census called when the taxes stalled by Caesar of renown.
Good start at least. This time, keep your head up. That's right, chest out, like you own the place.
But Miss Patience owns this place.
Well, she rents the place, but that's besides the point. You want your audience to think you own the place. It's called confidence. Go ahead, try it again.
Oh, so long ago, in the cold and snow, a young couple came to town for a census called when the taxes stalled by Caesar of renown.
All right, that was better.
It wasn't good, Miss Naomi. I may not be good at poetry, but I'm good enough to know that wasn't good.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Gus. You have almost a week until the Christmas presentation. That's plenty of time to get this.
Less than a week. I'm not sure how you count time where you're from, but around here, that's not much time at all.
Well, if you spend all your free time between now and then practicing, you'll get it. I know you will.
If you say so, Miss Naomi.
Gus, is that you? What are you doing in the saloon so early in the morning? As a matter of fact, what are you doing in the saloon at all?
I was just practicing my poem, Miss Wendy.
In the saloon? Don't you think your house would be more appropriate?
Miss Naomi was helping me.
Good morning, Miss Naomi.
Children, Tot, stand up straight. Thank you. She was she? Well, school's about to begin, so run along, and I will be there in a minute. Oh, dear. Yes. Really, Patience, a schoolboy in the saloon.
The saloon's not even open yet, Wendy. And Naomi was just giving Gus some pointers. You got him all worried about his poem.
And perhaps you should be. This is, after all, the Christmas pageant we're talking about, the biggest event of the year, and the one opportunity we have to gather as a community and celebrate.
We gather at the church together every Sunday, Wendy, nearly the whole town.
It's still a vital event on our social calendar.
And everyone always looks forward to it. But I'm not sure you should be worrying children about...
Don't you lecture me on children. You know, Miss Patience, that I would happily start a petition to close down this establishment.
You can sure try. Yours would be the only signature on the petition.
That's not true. There are plenty of good moral folk in this town that would love to see the evils of saloons driven from our midst.
If you say so, go ahead. Ask the mayor how many signatures you need. I'll be here with a soda for you to drown your sorrows in. You know, when you fail.
My goodness, well, I never. Good day to you, Miss Patience.
Well, that might have been a bit rash. I just can't keep my mouth shut sometimes. But really, what is going on in this town? We're not open yet. You know what? Forget it. What do you have?
You got any muffins?
Just delivered fresh this morning.
How about a cup of coffee?
Of course.
Good day.
Morning.
I didn't realize the saloon would be open this early.
I don't think it is.
My name is Elias Kincaid.
It's a lovely name. Your mother give it to you?
Is Miss Patience hereabouts?
I sure hope so, or I'm not getting my muffin.
You're not a particularly helpful man, are you?
Not at this particular time of the morning.
Oh, Mr. Kincaid, what are you doing here? I paid my rent for the month.
Well, I have here that you did pay all of last month's rent, but you have only paid some of this month's rent.
Some of? No, I paid everything I owe for the month.
Well, that would be the case had your rent stayed the same. However, we have had some new people in town interested in this fine building, and they are willing to pay significantly more for it than you're currently paying. Consequently, I suggest if you want to continue to run your fine saloon, you find a way to cover the difference.
But that's not fair. We agreed upon the terms of the lease.
That was over a year ago. Times have changed. People are coming to our humble town to invest in the gold rush. We must adapt.
But there's no way I can get this kind of money by the end of the month.
Oh, by the 23rd, actually. I'm afraid my office will be closed between Christmas and New Year's. I'm heading down south to visit some relations.
Mr. Kincaid, Elias, you got to give me more time.
Commerce waits for no man or woman.
But it's Christmas. Don't you have a heart?
Honestly, Miss Patience, I do. I don't get some sick pleasure of throwing people out into the cold and the snow. And, well, honestly, it hurts my soul to do it. But there's money to be made, and as a businesswoman yourself, I'm sure you can understand.
Understand? Oh, I'll show you what I understand.
I wouldn't if I were you.
The woman is right. Listen to sense. I shall return on the 23rd, at which time I shall either collect the remainder of the rent or the deed to this saloon. Good day, Miss Patience, or should I say, good luck.
Why, that no good, lousy... there's no way we can get that money in 6 days. 6 days? I mean, even if the saloon were packed every night, which is unlikely due to all the Christmas events going on, I still don't think we could bring in the money to pay off Kincaid's new rent. I mean, we'd have to up our prices, and then no one would buy anything. And even if they would, that's a horrible thing to do to everyone right before Christmas, especially with the way that everyone's been acting. They're at each other's throats. Can't seem to get along for 5 minutes.
You could always do like they do in vaudeville and put on a show.
A show?
Yeah. What the people need is something to work together on, something to work on side by side. And you could advertise to the neighboring towns, sell tickets. That way you could raise the money for the saloon. 2 birds, 1 stone.
You really think that'd work?
Maybe. You'd need the right sort of people, and around here I think that'd be hard to find, but it's your only option, really. What you could do is rent a hall somewhere nearby, rehearse there, spend lots of time, away from the saloon.
Or we could rehearse this right here.
Or you could do that. Anyways, thanks for the coffee. But I've got to mosey.
But I don't know anything about putting on a show.
I suppose you'll learn. Or you won't. Then you'll ruin Christmas for everybody and probably lose the saloon.
Oh, well, aren't you just a little ray of sunshine this morning?
My good deed's done for the day. Goodbye.
Just put on a show. Hey, Tom, you ever put on a show before?
Every night, Miss P. You know that.
I mean something like a theater show.
Theater show. In that case, no.
I have, Miss Patience.
You have?
Yes. Back in York, I was a prolific theater director until I came to this land of opportunity and watched every manner of culture just fester away.
Oh, well, do you think we could put on a show here?
In Pleasant Valley?
Yes!
No.
Why not?
Well, have you seen the people here? They're uncivilized. They wouldn't know culture if it kicked them in the shins. Yeah, and they just can't get along
Okay,
together.
well, I know all that, but we're in a little bit of a pickle with the saloon.
What kind of a pickle?
Well, Elias Kincaid was just here. He's raising our rent. Some bigwig is coming to town looking for gold, and he wants our building. If we can't bring in the money, then Kincaid will kick us out.
You mean you'll lose the saloon?
Yes.
Then I think we must try.
Oh, Henry, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Miss Patience.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I could write some music for it.
You could do that?
Well, I could sure try.
Well, wonderful. I'll go see if I can get the townsfolk invested. I'll just go see who I can rustle up.
Well, Henry, I reckon it's time we got this saloon open. What do you say?
Yep.
Sounds like we're gonna need a miracle. Gang, I think we know a song about that.
souls. I ain't sure what to make of all that, but it sounds so good that I could wish it was a fact. Say the miracles happen every day. Just how that could be, I ain't quite clear. I need a miracle in some kind of way. So Lord, if you please, could you send one down for me? I heard you do that kind of thing this time of year.
This certainly was a pickle that Miss Patience found herself in. Would she be able to convince the people of Pleasant Valley to get along long enough to save the saloon? Or would the townsfolk's squabbles ruin Christmas for everyone? We're just gonna have to keep watching to find out.
Well, you three have decided to join the noble ranks of theater actors. It's a time-honored art that is worthy of our dedication and professionalism. So today, we're going to learn how to enunciate and how to project and how to emote so as to move the audience to tears. Yes, Fred?
What do them words mean?
Which ones?
All of them?
And are you saying that we're trying to make people sad at Christmas?
No, Gertie, we're not villains. We just want to move their emotions so that they connect to the true meaning of Christmas. Yes, Clem?
There gonna be bathroom breaks?
This is what I have to work with. Well, I have worked with worse. So I think what I want us to do now is to put your arms above your head and stretch as far as you can.
Am I acting now?
No, just warming up.
I don't feel any warmer.
Well, just wait. Now, stretch to your toes.
All the way down there?
As far as you can without hurting yourself.
Yeah, that's about it.
Well, come on. Let's dive in and just do it.
Hey there, fella. Looking for a drink?
Coffee, please.
Coming right up.
You folks rehearsing?
Nope, just practicing.
And how about you? You involved in the show?
I'll show you a show.
Slow down there, partner.
I'm sorry, it's just old habits.
You make a habit out of shooting people?
Not people, targets.
Oh.
I was the best show shooter this side of the 49.
Is that so?
It is so. But they apparently don't need any sharp shooting shepherds in this show.
They're lost. You know, I've seen some pretty spectacular show shooting in my day.
You ain't ever seen shooting like this. There we go.
What? How did you?
Like I said, old habits. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, I believe the first scene involves three. Do you want to come over here so you can hear me? Come on. So it involves three wise men, and we have three men.
People, wise people.
Oh. Well, that's close enough.
Whoa. What sort of wise man is this? Someone really old? Like this? Someone really, really old? Like this? Or, someone really, really old, like this.
I think we'll just settle for regular old.
Clem, there you are. What's this I hear about you joining some ne'er-do-well actor troupe?
We ain't no never-do-wells. Planning on doing real well.
My son, an actor. If your grandmother heard this, she'd be rolling in her grave.
Ma, you're a dancer.
That is not the same thing. Dancers speak truth with their movements. Actors are nothing but liars.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, there's no way you're taking part of this. You're coming with me.
Well, I can't go. There's 3 wise men. They need 3. If I go, there'll only be 2. And that don't make no sense now, do it.
I don't care. We're going.
Oh, hey, Josie. Here you go, fella. I was just thinking about you. You know, we're gonna need someone to teach these boys how to dance for our show.
Dance?
Well, yeah, I mean, wouldn't be much of a show without dancing. And I figured you're about the best dancer in town. I mean, nobody else has studied in Paris.
Well, that's true.
And wouldn't it be grand if you were to use all that dancing experience to help us bring the story of Christmas to life?
That does sound like a holy calling. I suppose I could use my spare time to teach these oafs a thing or two.
Hey!
Great, that settles it then.
I'll need a few hours to start thinking of some choreography. I'll be back later this evening. You boys better be ready.
Hey, good thinking, Tom.
That's another one brought over to the team.
Yeah.
Just a few more and we'll have ourselves a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonder how Miss P's doing. Oh, hi, Wendy.
Don't you hi me. Where's your boss?
Miss P, Patience? She's out, recruiting for our show.
That's just what I want to talk with her about.
Well, she should be back any minute. You're welcome to stay and have a drink while you wait.
Here? Not likely. I'll come back later. Tell her I have some news. Some bad news, actually. Children, follow me.
Ooh, that was ominous.
What is that?
Foreboding.
Ah, glad you cleared that right up.
Hey, Tom,
Oh, hello, Gus.
is Miss Naomi around?
Not yet. Her shift doesn't start till later.
Oh,
Hey, something bothering you, kid?
it's just that poem. I think I got it memorized, but every time I try and say it in front of people, I just clam right up.
Yeah. Hey, tell you what works for me. Sometimes I have a hard time saying something. I just try singing it.
Singing, isn't that worse?
Well, give it a try. See if it works.
I'll try. Thanks, Tom.
At your service.
Was that Miss Wendy I saw storming out of here a few minutes ago?
It was. She said she had some bad news for you.
Yeah, you was right for Bolton.
Oh, yeah? Did she say what it was about?
She wouldn't say. She wouldn't wait neither.
Well, that's not surprising. She can be a little ominous. Did you 3 swallow a dictionary?
Nope, Henry's just been teaching us new words. Can we put him in the show, Henry?
Well, we should be able to find room for them somewhere.
Hey, How'd the recruiting drive go?
Oh, you know, I think I found some new townsfolk that they're invested. I also stopped off at the printers to get some flyers, you know, to send to Applewood and Elmsgate. I'm sure folks there would love to see our little show. Now, why don't you three show me what you've been putting together?
Right now?
Well, I don't think they're quite ready for an audience yet, Miss Patience.
Oh, I'm not your audience. I'm your
Producer.
That's right. I'm your producer. So go ahead.
Okay. Come on. Okay, come on.
Oh, we are but three wise McGee from the east.
We have been searching the stars our whole life to see what they can tell us of the future.
Come, my friends. Come see. Come see. Come see.
Oh, for goodness sake, it's come see this bright star.
Oh, yeah, come see this bright star.
Where is it, my brother McGee?
It's
Magi.
Right. Oh. It's right over there.
Oh, gee, you did that on
all right.
purpose.
Hey, you know what, everyone? That was wonderful. I think that maybe that's enough for now. Looks like you've made some great progress today.
Does that mean we get a break?
We've only done the first 5 lines.
That sounds like a nice round number to stop at for today. Hey, Tom, how about a round of sodas for us Thespians?
Thespians.
All right, well, what about you? Are you sure I can't convince you to join our little show?
I'm not exactly the get involved type. I prefer to stay out of other people's problems for the most part.
Well, so you say, but you've been hanging around here a lot lately. I mean, what is your story?
I told you, just trying to get away from some bad situations in New York.
Well, we've all got ghosts in our past. That doesn't have to keep us from being alive in the present.
It's just trying to keep my head down, stay out of trouble.
You sure? I was thinking of starting a tab for the show performers.
You need about all the money you can get these days.
All right, well, if you change your mind, you'll know where I'll be.
I'll keep that in mind.
What's this I hear about a tab?
Nothing, Gertie. Go back to your soda and make sure you pay for it.
Ah, I finally found you, you evasive fox.
And a good day to you too, Miss Wendy.
Did your cronies tell you that I have some news for you?
Oh, yes. I was told it was ominous and...
Up for Biden.
Yes, they're both things. It should worry you a little bit, yes.
All right, look, Wendy, I don't have time to play around, all right? I'm trying to put on a play.
I heard you were looking for the preacher to join your little show and give a speech about the real meaning of Christmas.
Well, I was hoping he could. He shouldn't have too many other important things going on for the 23rd.
Oh, and that's where you're wrong. I've already booked him to give us a speech at the school performance
But I thought
evening.
that the school pageant was in the afternoon.
Yes, well, it was going to be, but we had too many people complain that they couldn't make it that early, and so we moved our pageant to the same time as your show.
Wendy, that's not right. You'll split the town.
Oh, I don't think so. I think the only people that are going to attend your little spectacle will be the ragamuffins that normally haunt your saloon.
Oh, Wendy, please don't do this. We need this show to go well, or we'll lose the saloon.
Oh, what a bonus. I get to put on the more meaningful show, and the saloon goes away. Oh, what a Christmas. Ta-ta.
She's got no right.
Maybe we could talk to the parents of the children and see if we...
No, she's got every right. She's not being very charitable, sure, but if we just put on a better show, we just need to find someone who can talk to our audience about Christmas, you know? Someone to bring our show a little respectability.
If they lose the saloon, I won't have the time to find all that gold.
What?
Nothing. I will be right back. Yes, I
All
will.
right.
He's a weird fella, Miss P.
Yeah, he's always snooping around, the saloon, like he's looking for something. And then the other day, I saw him crawling along the floor, and he was tapping the floorboards.
Well, I mean, he pays for his food, and he's a lot less argumentative than some of the folks we got around here, and I don't know, it seems like he means well.
I mean, maybe he's just weird.
I hear you're looking for a preacher. I'll do it. Preach for you, that is.
And you are?
Father O'Flanagan.
And where'd you come from?
New to town. I just came in on a dog sled.
What a coincidence. Hey, do you have any experience doing Christmas theatrical shows?
I have experience.
You're a preacher?
You don't look like no preacher I ever seen.
Yeah? And how many preachers you seen in your day, Red? 2?
I'm a minister. Presbyterian.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said you were a father. Now, wouldn't that make you Catholic?
That's what I meant. Catholic Presbyterian. It's a small group, very popular in Red Deer.
Well, today you're heaven sent. I mean, do you think you could put something together for us? Our little show, maybe really hit home how Christmas is about coming together.
I can give it a shot.
Wonderful. Oh, we really appreciate it. Don't we, fellas?
Never been more appreciated before.
Well, I just have to head back to the hotel to get a few things started before I write the sermon. Yes, sermon. That's what I'll do.
All right, well, hey, you're going to come back tomorrow and let us know how it's going?
I'll be here.
What a miracle! And what a day. Tom, will you play something for us? My nerves are just all...
Absolutely, Miss P. I got just the thing. All set, gang?
We've been walking through the desert, looking for a place to rest. Just like sheep without a shepherd, we have been wandering in this wilderness. Years are taking up a sighing. Tears have been our only meal. But there's a line on the horizon that we've seen, a growing hope our hearts can feel.
Thank you, Tom. I'm just going to head to the printers and see how those flyers are coming along. I won't be long. Oh, excuse me, sir.
Well, hold on just a minute, Missy. My name's Layton, and I'm with the Pinkertons. I'm looking for someone, a Mr. Matthias Howell. Seen him?
Well, we get lots of folks around here at the saloon. You got a description?
Yeah. He's about 5'10", 38, 39 years old. Dark look about him, long coat. Last seen in Vancouver, heading north.
Sounds a bit
Doesn't
like...
ring any bells.
Oh, you sure? Oh, there's a healthy reward out for his capture. I'd be willing to split with anyone who can help me find him.
What's this I hear about a reward?
That's mighty kind of you. We sure will keep an eye out. Won't we, fellas?
Yeah,
There's never been more eyes in my life.
Well, I appreciate it. And this Mr. Howell, he's a known con man. So whatever you do, don't let him get too close. You might just lose your valuables.
But don't think.
No, I don't.
But it could be...
I don't care. I don't care. That's the last thing we need right now is someone else tearing us apart, all right? Now Matthias has helped us out. He's one of us now.
Well, the day of the show kept drawing nearer and nearer. With 2 days until the big show, some things had started coming together. Others, however, still needed some work.
No, no, no. It's left, right, kick, behind, kick, step, together. Not kick, 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 twirl, what? Oh, it was easier teaching mimes to sing than you apes to dance.
Oh, that's a lot of snow out there. And all of a sudden, too. Now, it hurts my heart to say it, but maybe we should, cut rehearsal a little bit early so these fine folks can go home without breaking a leg.
But I thought that breaking a leg was a good thing.
Only on stage, not on the road walking home. But still, we don't have time to cut rehearsal short.
All right, well, I'll let you get to it. Just maybe see if you can finish rehearsal a little early so that these fine folks can get home before we're snowed in. Oh, Father, how's the sermon coming along? Are you all done?
I need a cup of coffee before we have that conversation.
What do you mean? It's not finished yet, but the show's in 2 days.
Maybe you're wanting to find somebody else to preach for you.
What? Why?
It's taking longer than I thought to write. It turns out writing sermons is hard.
You're just figuring this out now? I mean, haven't you been preaching for a long time?
Oh, yes, very long.
Well, what's going on?
It's nothing.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
Maybe I'm just not feeling it.
Not feeling the show?
Maybe not feeling Christmas.
A preacher not up for Christmas?
It's been a hard year.
Well, it's been a hard year for all of us, but that's why we need Christmas. It's a time for hope.
Hope for what?
Isn't that your job?
Well, to humor me.
Hope that there's something more out there. Hope that today's not all it is, and there's a lot more to life than what we can see around us.
That's good. Very good. Go on.
Well, I mean, if Jesus came to earth to visit a bunch of nobodies like us, then, doesn't that mean he loves us very much?
That's good. I should write that down.
You're writing down what I'm saying? Look, you're the preacher.
Oh, the Lord works in mysterious ways, so they say.
So they say. What is it now, Wendy?
Patience, I need to speak with you.
Look, I don't have time for whatever it is you're trying to drop on me now. I am trying to put a show together, and it is clearly not ready.
That's just what I want to talk with you about, the show, I mean.
Wendy, please.
Patience, I'm sorry.
What?
I have been absolutely awful to you this last week. Perhaps a lot longer than that, if I'm honest. It's just I really needed the show to go well, and when I heard you were also doing a show. Well, I guess I got a little bit...
Intense?
Yes, that's a kind word for it. The truth is, actually, I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, the snow. With all the snow, the road to the schoolhouse is simply covered. I just don't think we can get the rest of the preparation for the show done and get the road cleared.
All right, look, Wendy, I don't think I can help you out with that. You know, much as I might like to.
No, I wouldn't ask that of you.
Well, what then?
I was wondering if our pageant could be part of your show.
Your pageant?
Yes.
You know that our show is being held here, right? In the saloon?
Yes, I do.
And you're okay with that?
Well, if Jesus can be born in a dirty stable, then surely we can talk about it in a dirty saloon.
Watch it.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I just don't want their hard work to go to waste.
Well, I guess you're right. I mean, Gus has been working really hard on his poem.
He certainly has, as they all have, and oh, they're so excited.
I'm a sheep. And I'm going to be a star.
Oh, the Star of Bethlehem?
No, I'm playing Mary, but the audience is going to love me.
All right, let's not go overboard. We can come together over this. I mean, seeing how it's Christmas and all.
Oh, Patience, you're a saint.
I wouldn't go that far.
On second thought, no, neither would I.
Oh, wait, what about Pastor Milton? If we're combining our shows, then he could preach for us.
That would be very helpful indeed.
No, I'm afraid not. He's taken ill. Some sort of influenza, I hear. Poor man, he's going to have an awful Christmas. Well, I must run along with the children, but we will be back later to rehearse all together. Come along, children.
All right, well, don't hurry back. Folks love to see little kids perform at Christmas. Maybe this will all turn out for the best.
And with that, it seemed like all of the obstacles in the way of the Christmas show were gone. Perhaps the spirit of the season would be enough to bring the town together and save the day, if only the mysterious preacher would find his Christmas spirit. But finally, the day of the performance arrived.
Listen, everyone, this is it. You've all done a wonderful job coming together and preparing for this production. So, all that we can do now is shove our fears and worries deep down and go for it.
That's the worst inspirational speech I've ever heard.
Well, it's the only one you're going to get, I'm afraid. We don't have time for another one, and the crowds will be here any minute.
Hey, has anyone seen my costume?
I think I'm wearing it.
Where's Gus? He should be here by now.
Father O'Flanaganigan? Has anyone seen the priest?
I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Can you go get him? We really need him.
Sure I can.
All right, and can you hurry because the audience is going to be here any minute?
I've forgotten all my lines.
What do you mean you've forgotten your lines? You've been practicing them all week.
They're just gone from my head. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Why don't we go practice backstage, Clem?
Thanks, Mabel.
Okay, all right, everybody. Let's just make sure we all have our props.
Checked, we're all set.
All right, and our costumes?
Well, as soon as Red gives Dylan his costume back, we'll all be dressed.
All right, and the music?
Oh, all set, Miss P.
Great. Well, then as soon as Father O'Flanaganigan gets here, then we'll be all set.
I'm here.
Excellent, and you're ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right, well, places, everyone. All right, Henry, open the doors.
All right. Here we go.
Well, welcome the people in, Henry.
I would do, only there ain't any people.
What? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's a blizzard going on outside. There's plenty of snow, but no audience.
No people.
Nobody came to see me?
Well, they may be just running a little late.
Are we not going to be able to perform our show?
I knew it. I never should have got involved in another harebrained scheme.
Ma, it's not harebrained.
Don't you talk to me, Clem. Not unless you've got some brilliant way of fixing this.
All right, you two.
Well, if this wasn't the biggest waste of my time.
Your time? What about these children? What about all they've done and all they've gone through?
Hey, everybody, please.
I want my mommy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Patience, we trusted you.
Now, wait a minute, miss. This is Miss Patience' saloon. She deserves some respect, and she really tried her best.
All right, come on, everyone. Father O'Flanagan, why don't you do something? And why don't you maybe talk to us about peace or something?
I can't.
Well, why not? We need you.
Because
Here, it's fake.
Matthias?
it's me.
You're Father O'Flanagan.
I am.
What's going on? Why did you pretend to be a priest? Why are you here at all?
I'm here for money. I pretended to be a priest so I could stall for time until I could get it.
What a miserable night out there. Miss Patience, are you here? It's the 23rd. I am here to collect the remainder of the rent.
You lied to me?
Miss Patience.
Oh, Mr. Kincaid, I'm so sorry. I need more time.
I'm afraid time is a luxury you do not have.
Mr. Kincaid, Elias, it's Christmas.
The keys, Patience.
Oh, so. Oh. Oh, so long ago in the cold and snow, a young couple came to town for census called when the taxes stalled for a Caesar
catchy tune. What was that?
That's Christmas, sir. I mean, that's what it's all about.
I'm going to need a moment.
Ma, I'm sorry I dragged you up to Pleasant Valley just to chase some riches.
Well, looking around, I think we've found riches aplenty.
Patience.
I'm not talking to you.
That's fine, just listen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you. It's who I am, or who I've been. I'm a liar, a cheat. I swindle people and take their money to get by, but something this boy just said about God loving us so much to send his son to, that he thinks of us like gold, it makes me think like there might be another way.
You really expect me to believe that?
No, I don't, but if you give me 5 minutes, I think I can solve your money problems.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
A few months back, my partner back in New York, Francis, he spent some time here in Pleasant Valley. He got himself a pile of gold, but he thought the Pinkertons were onto him, so he hid it somewhere in the saloon. Now, unfortunately, he got himself arrested before he could come back for it, but I think I've narrowed down where it could be. If you just give me a little bit of time, I can go get it, and if I do, I'd like you to have it and maybe buy the saloon outright.
You do that?
Like I said, I feel changed.
Where is he? I know he's in here somewhere. Move aside, all of you.
Oh, no.
There you are, Howell. Come along nicely. Let's not make this messy.
No. I just need 5 minutes, please.
You've had plenty of time. Let's get going.
No, you don't understand. Please.
I believe the man. Ice for a couple of minutes.
Curtis!
I know, no shooting in the saloon, but I felt this was appropriate.
I'll be right back.
No, you'll all regret this.
I don't reckon we will.
Here it is, just like I thought it would be. You take that, and Leighton, I'm all yours.
Wait. What's going on here? You coming along willingly and helping these people?
Well, seems I am.
What's the catch?
No catch, just grace.
Grace?
I'll need grace sometimes. Don't you think, mister? Especially at Christmas.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. Howell, you promised me you're a changed man.
I think so.
It seems to be true.
Well, I guess my report's going to say I just couldn't find you here in Pleasant Valley. But you put one toe out of line, you won't be happy with my response. You understand?
You're as clear as a mountain lake, Leighton.
Well, I best be going. I got other bad guys to catch. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, it seems like tonight's a night for miracles. Mr. Kincaid, do you think you might consider selling this building to me?
Oh, I mean, these are the clients. I mean, they're quite influential. I mean, we are talking people of significant means. I would hardly. Well, now, I think we can come to an amicable arrangement. I tell you what. Why don't I come back after the new year and we will complete the paperwork.
Well, that's wonderful. You better be getting home to your family. And Merry Christmas, Elias.
Yes, I suppose I should. Merry Christmas to you, Miss Patience.
Gus!
Yes, Miss Patience?
You saved the saloon!
And me.
It wasn't me. I just read the poem. It was Jesus that did the saving.
Ain't that the truth?
All right, I think we've had enough drama for one day. I'm sorry you don't get to perform, everyone.
Well, if my memory serves me, I believe the reason we started this entire hullabaloo was to bring the community together and to raise money to save the saloon. And when I look around, I think we achieved both.
Well, I think you're right. If that's not cause for celebration, then I don't know what is. Tom?
On it, Miss P.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. That's the tale of how Jesus Christ brought his peace to the unlikely folks of Pleasant Valley. And they say that ever since that night, those same folks started treating each other a little differently. Sure, they still made mistakes, fought as only close kin can, and had to be forgiven. But they also started to give each other the benefit of the doubt, offered help where they could, and went out of their way to make each other's lives just a little better. Life was never the same, and Pleasant Valley started to look a little more like its name, all thanks to the Son of God coming to earth so very long ago.
To invite you guys to stand and sing this last song with us. Well, shepherds get their watching, or silent songs by night. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed the Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. All right, Dan, why don't you play this verse for us? Or Ben. All right, let's go into verse 3. Down in a lonely manger, humble Christ was born, and God sent us salvation, that blessed Christmas Eve. Oh, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is one more time. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Thank you very much. Sherilyn.